So I don't like cold email. I'm very vocal about it. And I don't like cold email because my market doesn't like cold email. My customers don't like cold email. Me as a person, I don't like cold email. I don't think you either. But it seems like everybody wants, when they're looking for information on email sales B2B, it's always about cold email. I'm like, why? There's better options out there. But if you want to talk about cold email, this is what I do. So the first thing is, let's talk about the definition of cold email. When people talk about cold email, it's not marketing per se. Just cold email is like if I were to find your email and send you an email and say, hey man, do you want to hire us to do your email marketing for you? That's cold, right? And there's no marketing in that, and you see how crass that is. And we prefer not to use it. That's why we sit more towards the retention side as a company, okay? As marketers, right? You'll explain how it works, and once there's a how do you say it? There's a way I'll give it a pass. Okay, let me explain why I'd give it a pass. It's all about intentionality, right? So if you could get a cold email that says, would you like office machinery maintenance? Just a straight email like that. That could be useful to you if you've just started a new business. You might be like, I need that. Another type of cold outreach would be, would you be interested in a service contract that handles office maintenance, printer upkeep, office machinery upkeep, all bundled into one? Would you like a service contract like that? That type of email would be also welcome in the sense that it could highlight a problem for you and a cost savings opportunity, right? You see what I mean? It's all about intentionality. It's how the thing arrives. What we don't like is when cold outreach comes to us when we're not into it, when we're not ready to buy. First of all, if it comes at us in volume and it's cluttering, this is in a B2B context. If it comes at us in volume and it's cluttering up our inbox, it's just messing up our day. It's messing up our morning. We don't like that. The other time we don't like it is if we're not ready to buy. Even if I'm interested in your product, I'm just not ready to buy right now. Or I just don't like your product. You see what I'm saying? So there's instances where it just comes and it interferes with our day, causes a problem, makes us feel frustrated. So what happens without intentionality, when there's no intentionality involved on the prospect's end, they'll get annoyed. Why wouldn't you? Because you're fine with being reached out, but not at the wrong. So first of all, it's B2B, so my inbox is cluttered. You're gonna start bombarding, not just you, because everybody's doing cold email, right? You're all gonna bombard me. I'm gonna get frustrated. You're gonna clutter up my inbox. It's gonna make my workday a little bit more annoying. That's a problem, right? So it's about how you're this spray and pray kind of methodology. It hurts the prospect, right? The other thing is, even if I'm not interested in buying, there's degrees, right? I'm not interested because I can't afford it. I'm not interested because I'm not in the market for it right now. I'm not interested because I'm in the market for it right now, but not particularly from you at this price, but etc. etc. So all of that is cold outreach, and it's a timing issue and a targeting issue. That's the problem. You know what I mean? I'll give you another example. Picture this, right? There's a parking lot. I have run a roadside assistance company. I select parking lots in my area that I can reach. I go in there and I just drop business cards on the floor. And people that are parking their cars, when they get out of their cars and get in their cars, they're going to see business cards on the floor. They might pick it up if it's a good business card. Oh, that's roadside assistance. They may or may not care. Just like your cold email, they may or may not care. They're like, I don't need it right now, Or I have one already. Or they might be like, look, I'll just keep this in my glove compartment with one of the many, right? The thing is, it's all a game of numbers. It's a spray and pray thing. This cold outreach will work if in volume, but eventually because nobody likes it, there's consequences to it. Just somebody might reprimand the roadside assistance company for just dropping. It's like littering, isn't it? Likewise, your Gmail and your inbox email service providers, they're being very vigilant now and trying to stop cold outreach from happening, right? Spam, they're getting tighter with their spam laws and stuff. You can ruin your sender domain reputation if you're doing cold outreach on your own through your company's domain. That's not good. You understand? So we as marketers, we just kind of don't like it in general. If you're going to do cold outreach, it's better that you outsource it to somebody that's willing to risk their domain reputation for the cause. You know what I mean? Look, but here's the thing. Here's what I'd rather you focus on. If you're going to invest in your email marketing spend, right? Because what it seems to me is that people they're looking to do something about their email marketing and they're straight going to cold outreach. It's like, why, man? Let me explain. So I mentioned earlier in the video, cold outreach could get a pass from me. It could get a pass from me if it's very targeted. That's what I meant. If you're going to do if we were to do cold outreach, it would have to be very targeted so that your chances of success are high, you know. So some marketing work has to be done before the cold outreach is sent. The trouble is the level of personalization and data that you'd need in order to target the way that it needs to be targeted. Like most business owners don't have that. They might be coming to marketing agencies like ours expecting us to have the personalization set up for them, but it's like, why would we? We don't just deal with your industry, we deal with multiple industries. Why would we have everybody's advanced, you know what I mean, like hard to find data about everybody's customers? It's just like, what do you want from us? So really, it's your job, right? So if you're set up with the level of personalization, that's it's so good that I know with the, I don't know, greater than 20% level of confidence that if I send it to this person, they're gonna buy this. And good for you, man. That's amazing. Run cold outreach as much as you want, right? But if you don't have something like that, here's what we suggest. This is what we believe. We believe work on the middle of the funnel and the bottom of the funnel. This is a B2B context we're talking about, right? If it's B2C, again, I'd give it a pass because, you know, there's a chance in B2C. I'll give you an example. I'm into Muay Thai. If anybody were to email me with just an email showing me great Muay Thai shorts or great Muay Thai lifestyle gear, I would give that a look and I might just buy, you know what I mean? B2C, it can work, just straight raw, because I'm always in the market for like something cool. If you strike my fancy, I might buy then and there, or at the very least, I'd pay attention to you, right? This is B2C. We're talking about B2B though. You're better off focusing in the middle of the funnel, low end of the funnel. Why? As I've said in other videos, when you set yourself up to be able to do good retention and retain people and all that type of things, you're setting yourself up to win, get multiple sales over the, you know, increase your customer lifetime value, right? So that's what we'd rather you focus on. There's going to be another video I make where I talk about how email can fit in the middle of the funnel, middle and the low end of the funnel. I won't do that here, but I just want to put this idea out there is don't be so hyped on cold outreach, you know what I mean? Because the thing is, once you're dealing with a very valuable contact at that point, why would you not invest in making sure they don't slip through the cracks? If you are B2B and you're like selling high ticket items, right? Why would you not set yourself up to invest in that side of email marketing rather than cold outreach, right? Because the life, how do you say, man? The sales cycle can be anywhere from 3 to 11 months or 4 to 12 months, something like this. The studies have shown this, right? So there's time for fall off. What do you do in that time, right? There's so much room to fall off. You need to market to them, and if you're in the inbox and they're in your inbox, vice versa, there's a huge opportunity for relationship building to take place and making sure things don't slip through the cracks. You know what I mean? Not only that, you set yourself up for success later, because even if they don't buy from you now, they might buy from you later. They might recommend you to somebody else. Their brand awareness, how do you say it? It's not just brand awareness, you have brand equity in their eyes, you know what I mean? Like they recognize, they trust your brand more. They're more familiar with your brand. They're more familiar with you. They've seen the people behind the company. So you're instantly already more relatable. Why would you let that fall through the cracks? You know, why would you focus on cold outreach just scatter bombing, carpet bombing the internet. You know what I mean? You get my point. And not to diss cold outreach, there's a lot of, there's a place for it. There are agencies that do that specifically, and let them do that, this guerrilla stuff, and there's a lot of technicalities to it, and they do target and qualify a little bit prior to doing it too, but I think in a B2B context, it's just, sales cycle is too long for you to be trying all that. You're dealing with a lot of domain sender reputation issues you don't want to mess with, Just to kind of conclude, if you're gonna do cold email, this is how we do it. We'd have to discover an offer that converts on cold email. That's the goal. You have to figure that out. You have to test out things. You have to test out the copy that converts on cold email. You have to figure that out. And it's usually copy and an offer that's clear to who it's for. It's clear what they get, what they can expect immediately now. And it's clear how fast all of this can turn around for them. And it addresses an urgent problem, a problem that's happening now that's bothering them right now, right? So that they have high urgency, they're willing to take a chance on your cold email now. In terms of the kind of offer, it's usually, a direct sale, like I said in the Muay Thai example. You just show somebody, do you want this now? You can buy it now. B2C, it kind of works right there. So direct offer works. Lead magnets work. Depending on the lead magnet, these days information arbitrage is not going to work because everybody's got ChatGPT. They can search for things themselves. So you need to be creative with the lead magnet, reach on the other end, construct something, build something, or put together something like a document. Again, documents information, you can't do that. Anyway, you get creative with your lead magnets, right? Whatever that is. And also you can offer, if you're a service, this is B2B, right? So if you're a service-based business, you can offer them something for free, a service for free, to show them what you can do, and then convert them from there, right? And you can offer that through the email. So we'll do it for you right now. So in the copy world, in our world, what people will do is like, I'll create the whole sequence for you right now. And give it out to you. Let me know what you think, and we can take it from there. This type of stuff works cold, okay? And it's a spray and pray game. That's what we do. So there you have it. That's Dropkick Copy's stance on cold email. Look out for the video where I talk about how email fits in the middle and the lower side of the B2B funnel. Take it easy.